Those who knew Prime Minister Rabin for many years remember a shy man of great wisdom, courage, and conviction. Former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger forged his friendship with Mr. Rabin 30 years ago. He spoke with CNN's Judy Woodruff earlier today.
Rabin was a great man. And he had walked a lonely road. But if what he did has to have any meaning, it cannot depend on him alone. And he came to this view. He never claimed that he alone understood something that no one else understood. He believed that he understood something that everybody would understand sooner or later. Paris has had a different role. I think he is a man of great intellectual strength, and he now has the responsibility, and I have every hope that he will be able to carry it out, but it would be idle to say that there isn't a huge void. But we should not he knows what Rabin wanted to do, he saw it, and he has not rejected it. They had different roles.
What about the feeling, and Dr. Kissinger, I appreciate your emotions here because, as you said, have said now a couple of times, this is someone you knew, Yitzhak Rabin, someone you had known for 3 decades. What is the legacy of Yitzhak Rabin? I mean, we're in the middle of a peace process. It has come a long way, but it is certainly far from finished.
Look, Yitzhak Rabin, in a way, paralleled the history of his people. When I knew him first in Washington, he was worried that an impetuous America would sweep away the possibilities of survival of his society, because we didn't understand that when your margin of survival is a few miles, you cannot engage in grandiose experiments as we can with no powerful neighbors and a continent. At every critical juncture, however, he balanced that fear against the hope for some progress towards peace. He was a major force in the disengagement agreements with Egypt and Israel, even though, and Syria, though he was not in the government, he was already designated in the case of Syria as the next prime minister, with great pain in which the American and Israeli view took some time to reconcile. He went along with he helped lead the second disengagement agreement with Egypt. But my point is not to argue individual agreements. At every step of the way, he raised his sights, and then the moment came where Sadat came to Israel, and then the White House lawn ceremony. As I said, I know him well. I know he hated to shake hands with Arafat, and he didn't know until the last minute whether he could bring himself to do it. But at the end of the process, at the last conversation with him, he knew that something had happened to Arafat, not necessarily because of a great spiritual insight, but because of the necessity of the situation. So what I'm saying is, this is not a prophet who came out of the wilderness with an insight that nobody had. He learned like his people did, and like his people will have to. And I think for this reason, it will not end with him.
We have come to try and put an end to the hostilities, so that our children, our children's children, will no longer experience the painful cost of war, violence and terror. We have come to secure their lives and to ease the sorrow and the painful memories of the past, to hope and pray for peace.